Franklin Maitland, Anthony Johnson, Franklin Maitland, Anthony Johnson, Anthony Johnson, Peter Jenkins, Franklin Maitland, Anthony Johnson, Anthony Johnson.
Yeah, congrats.
First of all, I want to thank Almighty God for bringing us through this process, because it has been a very hectic period in the lives of the persons who have been preparing for this election. And I want to thank all of the candidates for being involved in a democratic process, because that is really what is important here. I believe that the victory that we have obtained so far this evening, because the count is still ongoing in respect of some of the other positions, but I believe that so far the victory that we have attained is indicative of the hard work that we have put in over the last 4 years, and is a reward for such. Going forward, we have a number of plans and programs that we intend to put in place, because we are not satisfied that we have reached a level that we can attain in football development in St. Kitts and Nevis. And so we look forward to the involvement of all of the stakeholders, be it the public or the private sector, as well as the football fraternity generally. So I'm pleased, and I want to now look forward to the future.
Right. Now, in terms of the plans, the immediate plans that you have, that you hope to have implemented in the first few months, for that matter, of your term.
Well, we are concentrating, one, on ensuring that Gold Project 2 gets off the ground very shortly in terms of the construction. You know, we broke ground a week ago, but that project is very important for the development of our football, because it will be a facility that will allow for the training and development of our players, our coaches, our officials in a professional setting. So that is critical. But we want to concentrate as well on improving the quality of the service that is provided at the SKNFA's office. And so one of the things that we are intending to do is to appoint a director of competitions who will be responsible on a daily basis for the smooth operation of the various leagues and tournaments. We are also looking at ensuring that in the not too distant future, the SKNFA acquires its own transportation in the form of a 25-seater coaster bus, because that will help us to reduce our transportation costs when our national teams are preparing for various tournaments, and also when we are hosting tournaments. But it will also help the clubs in ensuring that they share that bus on an arrangement that will be worked out going forward. So those are just some of the plans. We also have intention to help the clubs financially with the cost of their transportation by giving a small stipend of $500 to each member club as a participation fee. We are also looking at improving the transportation cost between St. Kitts and Nevis, or reducing that cost, and we've already gotten a commitment from one of the boat owners in the MVC Hustler, Mark Twain, to reduce the cost of travel for our players and our officials and so on from $25 to $15. We will also be providing other tangible assistance to our member clubs, particularly schools who are more poverty-stricken than the others. We want to make sure that they get uniforms and other equipment, balls, etc. But one of the most important plans that we have is to make sure, going forward, that we implement a proper insurance policy. That we will do by taking some of the proceeds of the registration fee that is paid by each of the participating member clubs and putting it into an insurance fund. Because we have too many situations where our players have been injured over time and have not been able to get back involved in the sport for a long period because there's no coverage. We want to put an end to that.
All right, and lastly, during the General Assembly itself, the Congress rather, there were concerns raised about teams that lost their voting rights as a result. Just address that quickly.
Yes, well, FIFA has a policy which is reflected in their statutes, and it is a similar provision that is in our statute, that if you haven't played as a member club in tournaments of the SKNFA for 2 consecutive years, then you lose your voting rights. You do not lose any other right, but you lose the right to vote at a Congress. And so we informed the member clubs, 6 of them, a month and a half ago, that they had lost their membership rights because they hadn't participated in our leagues and tournaments. It caused some level of controversy among a few of the clubs. But FIFA has a policy, and it was outlined in a letter that was sent to us from FIFA, that matter is an administrative issue, and that the association is the one who, having control of the records, has to inform the member clubs as to their position as far as whether they're able to vote or not. It's not an issue that should be voted upon at Congress. And so good sense prevailed during the course of the proceedings, and the 26 member clubs were able to vote to the exclusion of the 6 member clubs. We hope that those 6 clubs will get back involved in competition over the next couple of years, and so that they will be able to vote during upcoming Congresses.